Hello, Shadowcat back with more Guild Wars 2.
Yes, and I'm Blizzard Star, and last time we fought and defeated both Greer and Decima again, and then a new titan by the name of Ura called them back, so we had to retreat. And
Yeah,
then
can't
we,
exactly call that defeating them when they got away.
that's fair. And then we went up to the Wizard's Tower, had a meeting with Isgarn, and Shining Aurora showed herself to them.
Fading Aurora.
Fading Aurora. Whatever.
Or Waiting Sorrow. I mean, take your pick of names.
Yeah.
There's probably a few more that we don't know. Or we could just call her the voice of Coda.
Yeah, the ex-voice of Coda.
No, not X-Voice. The voice of Coda.
Yeah.
Why is it there hasn't been another voice of Coda? Because the previous one is still alive and derelict in her duties.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hence, why she feels an obligation to the rest of the bears, and she's also disappointing all of them.
Just a tad. Just a bit.
So, anyway, until we have a plan for the Titans, we're kind of stuck. But, in between then and now, I've got mail.
We do have mail, yes.
So, we've got this. It's not this one. It's this one, actually.
Yeah.
It's from Stuart Gix. I feel like I should remember that name.
I think he was in Divinity's Reach. When Scarlet Briar attacked.
Wait a minute, was he? No, he wasn't the one that was at the meeting.
No, I don't think so.
That was someone else. Anyway, I feel like I should know this name, but I don't. It says urgent Priory business, as if any business with the Priory could be considered urgent.
Right.
Commander, Farah Baleseeker, our leading Titan archivist, is missing. Farah is a reliable sort, so her disappearing like this is highly out of character. I last ran into her checking out some materials here at the library, nothing unusual about it. I'm told that you, Malice, and Cave have been researching the Titan's whereabouts. You three should have a look around Farah's office for herself. When you arrive, I'll have Archivist Sestina show you to Farah's research station. Given these outstanding circumstances, you three will be granted access to the Priory regardless of membership. I think that means you're allowed in too, since we come as a pair.
Yeah, we kind of do.
Do make haste, signed Stuart Gix.
Oh. Well, there you go.
A sewer can be kind of insufferable sometimes.
They really are.
So, anyway, that's all the way back in, that's back in the Shiver Peaks.
That's back in the Shiver Peaks. We haven't been there in forever and a day.
Fortunately, the Priory is located literally right outside of Lion's Arch. So we head back to the moon base. The moon base takes us back to Divinity's Reach. We can take an Asura Gate from Divinity's Reach to Lion's Arch. And from Lion's Arch, we can walk the rest of the way to the Priory.
I thought we're the commanders or the wayfinders. Shouldn't we have, like, an airship or something?
Captain Kale won't let us have any more airships.
Good point.
We're not trusted with them.
Or sky scales. But that is a long fly for them too, so.
That's a really long flight.
Okay, fair enough.
It's okay though. It's okay. Like I said, we'll go to the moon base. That'll take us to Divinity's Reach, to Lion's Arch, and we'll be where we need. So,
yeah.
Even if we're taking a surrogate, it's going to take a bit of time. So, you ready to go?
Let's go.
Commander,
Cave?
look at this place. No wonder they keep it under lock and key. Never could convince any Priory to let me have a peek at these shelves. Now that I'm in, I might never leave. Is that... Burn me, they've got both copies. What else are they hoarding in here?
We'll have plenty of time to browse later. The books aren't going anywhere. Farah, however...
Gix said an archivist, Sistina, would show us to Farah Station. Let's start there.
I did not expect Malice to have so much fun here.
What was Malice drooling over, I wonder?
Well, maybe I can look. I have no idea.
Huh.
It shall remain a mystery.
Mystery only she knows.
But whatever it is, I mean, if it gets Malice excited, I'm curious.
Well, she was your imperator, so of course she'd be.
Still is, technically.
I guess so.
I mean, I might not be with a warband anymore, but I'm still Ash Legion.
We are both far above our legions now, I think.
You know, you could say the same thing about Ritlock, though.
That's very true. You're
But
absolutely right.
at the same time, I mean, what's Ritlock doing right now? He's not the Imperator.
No,
Well, he is the Imperator, but
he's doing paperwork.
he's still very important.
He is important, yes. You're absolutely right.
That is super cool up there.
That is cool.
That is fantastic magic.
Welcome. Gix said to expect you. Sistina, Farah's mentee. I'm holding down the fort while she's... Honestly, I have no idea what she's doing, or where she is. Nobody does. It's very unlike her.
Gix said the same. She doesn't seem the type to just run off.
Even her research station looks like she abandoned it mid-thought. Here, come see for yourselves. Farah's been spearheading our Titan research efforts, gathering notes on history, biology, etc. Hoping to find some sort of exploitable weaknesses. Of interest to you three, I'm sure.
You have no idea.
As is Farah's well-being.
I can empathize with why she'd feel so invested.
Obsessed, more like. Your last encounter with that third Titan Ura sent Farah down an absolute rabbit hole. I've known her to get absorbed in her work, but this time, she was a woman possessed. Leading up to her disappearance, she was buried under tomes at her station all hours of the day. I wondered if she might be sleeping there. And then she was gone. Here we are.
Buried under tomes. You weren't kidding.
I've been trying to sort through it all. Thought maybe there'd be some clue in her research as to where she went. But, as you can see, it's a daunting job for one person.
We'll take it from here. Let you know if we find anything.
I'm assuming that this does not all belong to her. She must only have possession of this table over here.
And she's filled it with books.
Well, that's what she said.
Fair enough.
So what do we got?
Anything of note, Commander?
Well, yes. Though it probably doesn't help our search much. It's some notes and first-hand accounts by the Coden. And us. Suppose the Ward would keep the Priory informed. The Coden accounts seem aligned with ours. Spawn Titans led by progenitors. Strange communication methods. Bloodstone thirst.
Probably doesn't help our search, but it's good info. Let's take note, but keep looking.
Oh, lovely. Alright, let's see what else there is. Interesting.
You find something over there?
Possibly. I can't read it, though.
Another book?
Another book.
It's opened. This is the Mistide Journals. Entry number 4. No time to grab my journal. I'll just scribble this here and add it to the rest of the entries. I'm back at the Priory. It's the middle of the night, and finally, days and nights of research have paid off. Since leaving Janthier Sentry, all I've wanted is a reason to go back. I haven't been able to think of anything besides the questions I left unanswered there. Now I have my reason, and I may very well have my answers. It's all too much to explain here. I need to get going. I'll write more when I reach the Isle.
She went into the Sentry by herself?
Well, I think we know where she is now.
That's foolish.
Yeah, well, everyone's acting kind of foolish right now.
I mean, you're not wrong on that one.
Anything in here? Anyone in here? Hello?
Huh,
What do we got?
a classroom.
Mistide Journals, this is entry number 1. The first day of the Janthier Century is in the books. Should probably explain what I'm even doing here. The Tyrian Alliance reached out to the Derman Priory for some extra help studying the Titans. Gix told them he had just the expert for the job, and here I am. For being so new to the global scene, the Alliance has been quick to establish itself. Already they're enlisting help from the Astral Ward, the Sylvan Tree Tenders, and now the Priory. And the word is that former Pact Commander is even running around out here. I think that's us.
I think that's us.
I still can't believe my luck. Reading about Titans from historical tomes is one thing. Potentially seeing them in the wild, that's a whole other beast. You have no idea.
Yeah.
I figure journaling will help me keep track of my day-to-day in the field. If I see anything interesting, maybe a Titan, claws crossed. Claws?
Laws.
I thought it was... I thought, Farah was a Sylvari.
No, guess not.
Must be a Char.
Mm-hmm.
I can jot down the details while they're still fresh. Anyway, a storm's rolling in, so I best find some shelter. Sounds it's gonna be a mean one.
So we're looking
Entry
for
number 2.
Okay.
So much for the daily journaling. I've been so deep in research I keep forgetting to write about it. Lately I've been interviewing Codens stationed on the Isles about what they've seen. Some even gave eyewitness accounts of their own personal Titan sightings. I am working on compiling them for Alliance and Priory records. While the interviews are going well, Janthier Century's frequent storms are unsettling. I expected a harsh climate, but the Isles are practically famous for it. But these storms are unlike any I've ever experienced. They're strong, sure, even violent at times. But there's just something deeply unsettling about them. Like they're almost peculiarly consistent. And because of that, I can't stop wondering about them. So I've made it a little side project of my own to learn all I can about them. And I hear the rumblings of one brewing right on cue. Entry number 3. My brain is going so fast I can barely write quickly enough. Turns out that my side project studying the Isle's storms is going better than expected. I've been asking around, and according to those stationed here a while, the storms in Janthier Century worsened around the same time as the Titan's first appearance. Even more curious, the Titans appear to thrive in these storms. Why? I don't know for sure, but my guess has to do with Bloodstone. Several accounts of the Titans during the Misttide storms report them feasting especially ravenously on Bloodstone shards. Once satisfied, they act particularly energized and aggressive. This effect is true for those appearing even injured or in poor health beforehand. And for whatever reason, it only seems to happen during the storms. We were there for that.
Yeah,
we
we
fought
were.
Greer.
Yes, we did. We beat Greer during the storms too.
We drove Greer back,
Yeah.
at least. But Greer was absolutely feasting on the Bloodstone, and anything that we did to Greer was basically undone by it.
Do they have a stronger tie to them?
I don't know.
Huh.
So many thoughts here. Is there something in these storms' energy that bolsters the Bloodstone? Would explain the amplified effects and why they feel so off. Then what is this energy? Where do these storms even come from? Previous research suggests the Titans negatively impact nearby ecosystems. Could their appearance have made the Isle's storms even worse? Maybe. But it still doesn't explain their effect on the Bloodstone. Still, I feel I'm onto something here. I just need to keep searching for answers. It's the end of the entries.
Weird. Huh.
So the storms in the Sentry are predictable. they repeat.
As
And they're
soon
using
as-
it,
Yeah.
and the Titans are using that every time to restore themselves somehow. What's this? Titans and environment observation and speculation. Greer, bionomic influence swamp. Interesting. So we were talking about what does it seem, or Greer seem to do? Apparently its thing is not disease
A
or
swamp?
necessarily decay.
A swamp?
Well, actually, a lot of things do decay in swamps. Swamps have a lot of rotting matter, so it kind of makes sense.
It does.
So called the Rotbringer by locals familiar with his putrid air, Greer's form has taken on the characteristics of a swampy region of the slithering outskirts. Lowland Coden Rainless Meadow, stationed near the old Gavril Plaza, succinctly described the Titan as swampy and gross. She recalled, "The smell curled the fur on my nose." An account taken by the Alliance from the Sylvari Cave. Hey, Cave, you made it into the book. Summarized Greer's presence as follows. "I sensed sickness in the moment I set foot in the area. You don't have to be Sylvari to tell the environment's ailing. One whiff is proof enough. But to also feel the misery of those innocents, the plagued plants, the poisoned waters, the leaves curled by death. The mere memory makes me sick. Being there was nearly more than I could bear." Then there's Decima, bionomic influence storm. While not as off-putting to the senses, Decima's intrusion upon the stricken plains ecosystem has proved equally detrimental. The stricken plains, as their name suggests, are known for their frequent lightning strikes. Decima's presence appears to have increased this frequency exponentially. Research conducted by Tyrian Alliance and Astral Ward members indicates the near constant risk of wildfires. This burn risk poses a major threat to the safety of individuals, wildlife, and vegetation in the area. Lowlanders report a dramatic drop in the season's crop yield, fearing food shortages for the coming winter. And then there's an article or an entry here for Ura. Bionomic influence unknown. Due to her discovery being so recent, Ura's exact bionomic influence is yet to be determined. According to the Alliance accounts from the former Pact commander and allies, Ura used explosive steam walls to deter combatants. Based on what we know from Greer and Decima, this manner of attack is no accident, and it may also be the key to discovering the geographical region of her hiding place. The use of steam may suggest geyser. There's nothing more in here.
Huh. So she was writing it quickly, and then she kind of took off.
Well, she was compiling everything that she knew.
Yeah.
Still,
Is there anything in the storage room?
I don't know. We'll find out. How does anybody find anything in here?
I don't know.
What's in here? Janthier Sentry field research. Symbiosis of progenitors and spawn. After killing multiple Titan spawn with his hunting party, Lowland Kodan, born from Thunder, speculated that smaller spawn Titans were acting as ancillary limbs for larger progenitor Titans. Battle accounts from the former Pact commander and allies support these claims. We know these progenitor Titans to be Greer, Decima, and most recently Ura. The Titan spawn are spread out across the Isles and have made landfall across Lowland Shore, threatening the Codan inhabitants. While their exact origin point is still unknown, early sightings place them near Mount Balrior. Accounts from the Lowlander Rainless Meadow cited the progenitor Titan Greer as having a glowing inner core exposed upon damage to his body's exterior armor. The similar core was seen by the former Pact commander and allies during an altercation with Decima, suggesting a biological consistency. Both accounts note the core's sensitivity to outside forces. Accounts of the progenitor Titans suggest an ability to communicate among themselves and with their opponents across great distances. using storm-like calls and other interspecies communication. This information has been confirmed by Astral Ward Scout Bronwyn with the former pack commander Kaith and Malice. Malice, you made it into the book too. Concerningly, accounts from Astral Ward member Pela claim the progenitors and spawns alike seem highly drawn to Bloodstone. Many have been spotted feeding upon Bloodstone shards to promote regeneration, in addition to requiring additional rest. Similar findings were noted in field research conducted by the former pack commander Kaith and Malice. That's the end of this entry.
Okay. She was taking very detailed notes, hey?
Yeah, she's been busy.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. The library. Spread out and help me look.
I think there's something here.
What do we got?
You look focused, Commander. Find something?
Maybe. It's about the Titans and their environments. Kaith has her own section in this one.
Oh,
You're talking about Greer's effect on the swamp ecosystem. One of the lowlanders made similar comments.
don't even remind me of that putrid place. This must be from when I was speaking with the tree tenders. What else?
Mentions the Titans merging with their environments, and that Ura's steam walls might be a clue to her location.
Now we're getting somewhere. Where there's steam, there's...
A geyser, perhaps?
Farah seems to think so. She suggests Mount Balrior.
What are we waiting for?
Before we go chasing geysers up and down the aisles, let's be sure there's nothing more to see here.
Okay.
Yes, Malice. Don't go chasing geysers.
Waterfalls?
I mean, I guess you can chase a waterfall. They don't go very fast.
That's
I mean, unless you're in the waterfall, then
I
I guess
mean-
they go really fast.
very true.
Well, this looks nice.
Very fancy.
Hmm.
This looks like
Is
her
somebody's
bedroom.
office?
Bedroom.
If it's a bedroom, I think it might have a door. What do we got here?
Well, there's a bed.
I'm coming up empty. How about you two?
Same, I'm afraid. Commander?
Sistina was right about Farah becoming obsessed with this research. Her journals say she was running a side project on the Mist's tide storms and their connection to the Titans.
I can see why she'd think the two connected. How, I'm not so certain.
Neither was she. She wonders if the storm's energy amplifies Bloodstone, drawing the Titans to its power.
Would explain their fixation on it.
She's still not sure what the energy is, or if the Titans influence the storms as they do other environments. At least, not where the journals leave off.
Maybe she found a lead and rushed off to test it, confer with someone, panic.
Hopefully not the last, or we may need to do the same.
Well, I mean, since we've essentially worked out that Farah is apparently a char,
Yeah.
I feel like we have less to worry about.
Wouldn't we have more to worry about, considering we're not known to rush off to hither skither yon on unknown wild goose chases? Unless you're Redlock.
Really. I mean, char go off all the time. My point was that if anybody could handle themselves out there in the Sentry, it's probably going to be a char.
Fair.
And now we're back here.
We went in one big circle.
Well, yeah, I know it's a big circle. I think we're missing something, though.
Something somewhere. Yeah. Where, though?
Go check that room again. I'm gonna go check that storage room.
Okay.
Actually, I kind of meant the dormitory,
Oh,
but you can check both. I'm gonna check the storeroom again, see if there's anything back here. Maybe?
Sora.
Hmm. There's a ladder here. Can I get up this? Hmm.
Weird.
Well, there's stuff in here. But I don't see anything interesting in here. Just lots of storage. I don't see anything.
I don't see anything either.
Check the library again.
Kitchen.
Kitchen?
Kitchen.
There's a kitchen?
There's a kitchen.
Oh yeah, there's a kitchen.
On the mend.
Oh right, there is a kitchen. This is how you get to the inside.
Yep.
You gotta walk through the fireplace.
Yeah.
I'm not testing that again.
Good idea.
The scrawling looked rather frantic. Should we be alarmed?
She's in Janthier Sentry. Found something in her research, then left in the middle of the night. Doesn't say what.
Did she give an exact location?
No, but the area near Mount Balrior still seems like our best bet.
Let's tell Sistina what we know, then move out.
Okay. Then where's she at?
I guess where we left her in the classroom. Or maybe upstairs.
Yeah, she might have gone back upstairs. So we're going to Mount Balrior then.
Yep.
How do we get to Mount Balrior?
I don't know. Should we call Pokey or Stoke Alder before we go there?
I mean, I feel like that's probably going to be the optimal way to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, they know the area better than we do.
They sure do.
You found something.
Farah's in Janthier Sentry. Thinks she's made a breakthrough in her research.
What is it?
That we're not sure of. But she's been stitching together all sorts of threads regarding the Titans' behavior. Particularly their relation to Bloodstone and Mist's hides. She also thinks Ura is hiding in a geyser-heavy area.
For all we know, she could be out there trying to track Ura down herself.
What is she thinking? Going to those isles alone and not telling anyone? Sanctioned fieldwork is one thing, but this is a death wish.
We should be able to extract her without much issue, provided she hasn't done anything too rash.
Everything about this is rash. Go, find her, and extract some foolishness from her while you're at it.
We'll do what we can. Best we get going.
Meet you there, Commander. We'll notify the Alliance and let the Lowland Council know to expect us.
All right. They're off.
Yeah, they are. There's a person from the Priory that wants to possibly talk with us, so...
Really?
Yeah.
Did you have something for us?
Everything in moderation, including moderation.
I'm glad you arrived when you did. Archivist Sistina was about to march to Janthier herself to find Farah, and Gix would have let her, just to get some quiet around here. She wouldn't have made it far, at least. Well, let's see. I don't know Sistina or Farah that well at all, but they seem passionate. Passionate may be too subtle. Obsessed more like. Farah's focus is the envy of any Ratasum crew director. Never drops a lead. She was Sistina's mentor, too, which might explain a few things.
Huh.
Wait, do Sora have claws?
They might. I never looked
I
at
think they do.
discern hands very closely.
Me neither. If it's an Asura out there all by herself... Oh, she dead.
Very much so. They get.
Alright, well, you ready?
She might get stepped on. There's another archivist that wants to talk too.
I don't want to talk to everybody, though.
Knowledge is the greatest.
Can I help you? Did Far ever mention how the Titans organize their spawn? I recalls she read or observed. They seem to favor their progenitor, the originating Titan, acting as the body's natural defenses would. Upon the progenitor's death, however, she's unsure.
Huh.
So if we actually do manage to kill a Titan, we're gonna have a lot of cleanup work.
Yeah, we are. There's gonna be a lot of dead spawn.
No, there's gonna be a lot of wild spawn that we'll have to take care of.
Oh, fair enough.
All right, you ready to go then?
Let's go.
Pokey, this is a surprise. You seem in good spirits.
When we told the Lowland Council our plans, he jumped at the chance to help.
Better to put myself to use than mope around. Plus, it's one less worry for my paw. Got plenty enough of that. Get to it, shall we? So, this Farah, she's a researcher, and kin to our Malus, yes?
Well, she was Flame Legion originally. So more like what a Northern Coden is to a Lowlander.
Ah, a long-lost cousin.
Well, yes, I suppose so. Lost, at the very least.
Okay, definitely a Char then.
Yeah.
I feel a lot better about our chances now. All right.
Let's go then.
Flame Legion, huh?
Well, they are trying to turn over a new leaf, as it were. And there's a new spawn. That's great.
Well, it's a spawn. I don't know if it's new or not.
I've never seen these ones.
1, 2, 3.
Artemis, if you may. Ow!
Water magic is fun.
It is. That's
What's that ahead?
Seems they're timetables of storm patterns. And they match Farah's writing from the looks of it.
Unless the field sprouted notes of its own. I take it we're on the right track.
Why would she be dropping notes, though, unless she was being chased by something?
She might be. Sulfur. Oh, it stinks over here.
Just remind yourself we've been in worse.
Inside Krakatoric? That's the only worst we could be.
Well, that does count as worse, doesn't it?
I mean, you're right. But
All right, y'all need to back off.
nothing can be much worse than the inside of a dragon.
I'm trying to think of something quippy, but I can't disagree with that. Okay, this isn't working for me. This is a time for fire.
Fireworks.
What we got here?
More pages ahead.
Carrying needed supplies on foot is heavy enough. Who drags along their weight in paperwork?
A researcher. Obsessed. Huh. Interesting.
Titan spawn.
What?
Surround it. Weapons ready.
Can't finish a damn thought without these things interrupting.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's all right, though. I mean, we got the tools to handle this.
We definitely do. Or if not, we can fake it till we make it.
That's all of them.
As I
Hot,
was
hot, hot,
saying,
hot, 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 hot.
they're field notes on spawn emitting steam and sulfur, characteristic of Ura.
Aligns with Farah's work. If she's documented them, I'd suppose she's met them. But is she equipped to defend herself?
It's rare a Priory scholar is also skilled in combat.
Best we get to her before any more spawn do.
On me! Farah, hold on. We're almost there.
It's also rare that a Priory scholar would be a Char.
That's very true.
And if she's Flame Legion, she can take care of herself. You know, for a little while at least.
We have to poke them until,
Wait, are you Farah?
yeah, she seems like it.
Can't watch!
Oh, more of them.
Alright, let's poke them for her then.
1, 2, 3. Eruption. I brought enough fire for everyone.
Do these things even are affected by fire? Do they care?
Oh no, they care. They absolutely care. Oh, I charged up a volcano and I didn't get to use it.
I'm sorry. Next time.
So, you're our wayward researcher.
Should be all of them. Are you hurt, Farah?
I'm fine. It's my study that's ruined. You killed my specimens.
You were cornered. What was your exit plan? Paper cut them to death?
It's called observation. Just because you see something doesn't mean you have to kill it, you know.
Force of habit.
Regardless, going in these wilds alone is a fool's move. As is not telling anyone you're here.
Gix was so concerned he asked us to track you down. And Sestina is worried sick.
Worried wyverns, those two. Figured I'd be back before they noticed. Guess it has been a few days. Well, since you're here, I've got a job you might like. Puts all that aggression to use. Follow me.
What's this job, exactly?
Testing a theory. So, those spawn I was observing, I'm certain they're Urus. But for now, take a look around. We're not far from the sulfur baths, but notice the difference?
Smells less like a rotten egg in a smelting oven.
True, the air is fresher and clearer. Don't see any steam, do you?
Nothing to cloud out the sun. You've been charting weather patterns here. Why?
To keep track of him.
One,
Him who?
you could say thank you, and two, yes, who is him?
It's a fair point. You could say thank you. I think we are criminally underappreciated. We've only
I've
saved the
been
world
watching
like
him
6
since I
times.
arrived.
Right.
Each day, he ventures further out, expanding his territory. But the moment the rain clears, he scurries back to the baths.
You've been studying the storms. Your note said they seem to bolster the Titan's power.
Appreciate you keeping up on my work. Now you can help me test that very theory. And better we do so with the spawn before we face its progenitor. He's large enough to approximate Ura, physically and biologically. But he's weaker. We learn him, we learn Ura.
We came to rescue her from danger, and here she is, ready to toss us right into it.
But she does have a point. If we're going to kill Ura, we need our strategy set beforehand.
Knew you'd see reason. You get ready. I'll get in place for observation.
She said him. I don't see anything out there. Am I missing something?
I'm missing something too. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't see anything out here.
What are we fighting?
I don't know. I'm gonna climb up this hill and see if I can get a view.
That's not a bad idea.
different vantage point, at least. Still don't see anything.
Oh, ow!
Did you just fall off?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Ranger.
What in the world is that thing?
Wait, is that what we're looking for?
It's huge. I'm assuming so.
This may be overkill. It's not that big. Here we go, though.
During this trial, I'll be asking some questions on my research. Overtake.
1, 2, 3.
It's not as big as the Titans, no, but bigger than any Titan spawn I've ever seen before.
Yeah, it's still kind of small, though. It's not very important. One.
Ow.
This thing isn't particularly scary.
Ah! He's setting me on fire. That's rude.
I don't know. It hasn't really hit me. Except for the setting me on fire. Stop setting me on fire. 1, 2,
Ow!
3. Enjoy your own fire.
Okay, the clouds are parting. Describe anything. Weaker attacks. Lost stamina. He's putting up less resistance.
These hits aren't landing as hard.
Seems he's losing stamina.
Exactly what I wanted to hear. Head down.
Well, there we go. That wasn't too hard.
No.
Did you get something from that?
Nope.
This is going right to the Priory Library for display.
How are you so cheery about all of this? Doesn't it piss you off? What these things did to us? To everyone?
They're fascinating beings. Powerful, mysterious, on a scale all their own, and perfectly indifferent to us. What use is moral outrage toward creatures with no concept of morals?
That does certainly put it into perspective.
Maybe. It makes sense. I don't like it, but it makes sense.
Well, I'd say the weather made an obvious difference in the spawn's strength.
So if we can confront Ura during a break in the storm, we may have a chance.
We still need to scope out her lair.
I've noticed a high concentration of Titan spawn at the base of Mount Balrior since I arrived.
And there's a good chance Ura is hiding at the top and having her spawn guard the place. We may have some luck on the timing of this. Before we left, I caught word of a storm report from the ward. They're predicting a break in the storms within the next few days. If they're right, we'll need to act fast.
Let's aim for the day after tomorrow, but no later. That'll give us time to prep and get word out.
Malice and I will head to Lion's Arch and inform the Alliance.
I'll go tell Pa. He'll want time to call a council meeting.
That leaves the Astral Ward. I'll make my way to the tower now.
All right, we all have our different direction to go then.
Yeah. I don't want to go back
We're
to
heading back to the
Ast-
Wizard's Tower.
I don't want to go back to the Wizard's Tower. They're always so stuffy.
It'll be fine.
Eh.
All right, well then. I guess we'll just follow their lead.
Let's go.
Back to the tower.
Back to tower.
Is everyone? Never seen it so empty in here.
This is kind of eerie.
They're probably in a council.
Yeah, but this isn't a fortification. This is a city.
That's a very good point.
Where is everyone?
I had to act. My people were in danger. I couldn't abandon them again.
Iron is so rich I could gild the tesserae with it.
Oh, fantastic. They're still going at it.
Yeah, they are.
We're in the middle of something. Are you oblivious or just dense?
It's me.
Oh, thank the stars.
Thank you.
Quickly. I can't stand it any longer. They've been arguing for days. Literal days.
I'm trying to have a discussion. But it's off derailed by my interlocutor's perpetual outbursts.
A discussion? That's what you called that tirade of yours earlier? Think they heard you in the Shiver Peaks.
Go address the room. If you don't have a report, make something up. Before they get a second wind.
Fortunately, I have some news. We located Farah, the missing researcher, in Janthier Sentry. She was conducting some extracurricular studies on Ura's spawn and the bolstering effects of the Mist's tides. While there, she volunteered us to test this theory by battling one of Ura's greater spawn. And sure enough, as soon as the storm cleared, the spawn weakened significantly.
See, Ren? Those storms are off. You don't need to be from the Isles to sense that.
I've been on that train of thought from the start. Why do you think I had the ward tracking them in the first place?
Malice told us your predictions for the storms breaking these next couple days. We can use that to our advantage. We'll use today and tomorrow to get our preparations in order. The following day, we'll strike. That's the plan.
So it is. I'll call together a meeting to inform the ward. We'll return to our discussion later.
Don't rush on our accounts.
Okay.
Lovely.
Well, he's not going to be of any help.
Nope, not at all.
Finally. Thought we'd never get a moment's peace. Not with that old gas bag here.
Sorry you got caught in the middle of this. Years of pent-up rage just waiting to be unleashed on me. Now we get to witness it in real time.
The battle should keep him occupied for a while.
Us too. I should get back to Harvest Den. Need to help Alder with preparations.
Perfect. I'm excited to finally see it. You can catch me up along the way.
At least let me give you the obligatory, you don't have to come if you don't want to.
Noted. And ignored.
Well, that's settled. Wayfinder, you keep an eye out for mail. You should be receiving something from Alder soon.
Noted.
Appreciate
And
it.
there it is. Okay, well. I wish I knew how she did that. That's an interesting little magic trick.
She's ancient seer.
She can see the future?
She might be able to.
All right, what's it say then?
I don't see anything. He didn't oblige me, so.
Well, it says, the Feast of Battle's Eve invitation. It is with a disquieted heart that I declare a new Battle's Eve is upon us. Few moons have passed since we last gathered for such an occasion. While a prior bravery and sacrifice were repaid in victory, I'm afraid we no time to rest on our laurels. We do, however, have time enough to feast before we heed battle's call, and so I invite you to join our bearkin for an eve of food, drink, and dance. Let us prepare for tomorrow by celebrating the joys of today. Your humbled claw, Stoic Alder.
I mean, fair enough. Who can resist invitation to a party?
I suppose so. All right, then. In that case, I guess we're headed back to Harvest Den, too.
Yep. Let's have
All right.
fun.
Lovely.
You sound so enthused.
Oh, there's Pokey.
There is Pokey. Oh, look that?
I was kind of expecting Stoic Alder.
Hi, Pokey.
Oh, Wayfinder. I see you got Pa's invitation. Between us, he gets a bit sappy about that sort of thing. Though, I suppose the Battle's Eve feast isn't exactly a joyous occasion. More of a precautionary goodbye. But, well, we shan't. Still plenty of fun to be had. Although your Alliance pals look to be having none of it.
Aside from me, Kaith, and Malice, they don't know the Lowlanders very well yet.
Shall I introduce them? Pressure them to mingle? If all else fails, some honey wine should do the trick.
Appreciated. You just enjoy the festivities. I'll see if I can loosen them up.
Is that Isgarin?
I guess so. I guess he's enjoying the party.
Doesn't he know there's like dirt out here? And bugs?
And all sorts of icky
Seems like
things.
you don't know what to do with yourselves.
After decades of leaving bonds with the Lowlanders untended, it appears I have my work cut out for me.
This place is a bit rougher around the edges than Her Majesty's royal court. Although, I don't mind the change of pace.
The Lowlanders may look intimidating, but appearances can be deceiving. And they could say the same about some of us.
I wouldn't characterize it that way.
How about I introduce you to a few of the council members? Might help break the ice.
Okay. Your Highness.
For starters, Queen Jenna. There's someone you might like to meet.
Ah, and Fading Aurora is the name we'll be sticking with, correct?
Ah, I suppose Anise was present for the grand reveal.
Based on Anise's recollection, grand is certainly one way of putting it.
Okay. Well, then.
Well, come along. And I see that Fading Aurora is not exactly hiding.
Well, that's good.
It probably is good, actually. The real question, I think, at this point is, does anybody else know who she is?
Truly? Probably not. Stokeholder did say that he's keeping her kind of secret.
Aurora. I'd like you to meet a colleague and friend of mine, Queen Jenna of Kryta.
Your Majesty. Well, this is an honor.
Likewise, Fading Aurora. I've heard much about the town's healing master. All of it impressive.
Well, there we go. Let's see who else we can pair up.
Yeah.
Dagonet, I've got just the person for you.
Dagonet. I know someone you'll have plenty to chat about with.
I'm eager to make their acquaintance.
Okay, so Soaring Crest is going to be over there. Wait a minute. Why are we introducing the Soaring Crest?
I don't remember.
Look, one of us has to remember these things. I can't remember everything.
You're the dignitary.
No, I'm not. What about me ever gave the air of dignitary?
You do all the talking?
Dagonet, meet Soaring Crest, agriculture master, expert in Janther's ecosystem and plant life.
Most things, I've still much to learn of your people.
Then we're one and the same. Let's fix that.
Okay, head of agriculture. Got it.
Makes sense.
And Anise?
And finally, Anise. I know just the person for you.
About time. The suspense was killing me.
Come talk to Barbed Veil. You two will have so much to discuss.
Oh, yes, they will. The
Mostly
weapon
probably the murdering people.
being the weapon master.
Not to mention the Huntmaster.
And the Huntmaster.
At least I'm pretty sure you're the Huntmaster.
Countess, meet Barbed Veil, Spearmaster. I pity any who find themselves on the wrong end of her spear.
Are you speaking from experience, Commander?
The sparring match is soon to start. Who dares face our Spearmaster in this test of might?
How about you? Think you could take Barbed Veil one-on-one?
Apologies. The eve before battle leaves them restless, sparks nerves. They hide them with spears and boasting.
I don't know that I'd be the best sparring partner, but I think I have just the match. Commander.
Commander! Commander!
I
How
feel like
can
I've been
ever
volunteered.
repay you for
Yes.
this, Anise?
Have fun.
But you're gonna help, right?
Possibly. No.
Really? You're gonna make me go one-on-one with the Spearmaster?
You got it. I believe in you.
Oh, thank you so much. Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready.
That's it!
What?
Ooh! Ow! Okay, I wasn't
Guess
part
what?
of this.
You are now.
All right. This is not one-on-one
One,
then.
2, 3. I'm not gonna take it easy on you. I will throw everything at you. All right, you want to get close? Fine, bring it on.
Exceptional Wayfinder. You face me one-on-one and live to boast. You've earned that right, and my respect. The strangers should fear the fate that tomorrow promises them.
Deft work out there, Wayfinder. Nothing like sparring to shake the pre-battle jitters. Me? Oh, I'd rather dance them away. The eve of battle always wreaks havoc on my nerves.
Well, battle is plenty of cause for nervousness. If you stop feeling nervous, that's when you should be concerned.
Wise you are, Wayfinder. Speaking of calming the nerves, the Rite of the Warrior dance is starting up. Join the dance circle. Make the others jealous with your swan-like moves. The Rite of the Warrior dance commences. Who shall
Not
be
much of a
first
dancer.
for our dance circle? Perhaps a visitor. Wayfinder, you impress us with your sparring moves. Have you the dance moves to match?
No.
You bet the Wayfinder does. Don't fret. I'll join you.
All right.
Okay.
Gather round, stand off stage. Think of them as a warrior fight by a burning right, in battle and in peace. That's it. A dance on battlefield, Lucian's muscles and individuals. A fine tradition.
I saw an ogre do this once. That's about the best I got, though. Maybe this?
Oh, this is silly.
I saw a human do this.
Whee! This is fun. Oh, I'm getting
What are you
dizzy.
doing?
Spinning.
All your fair in peace. Whether you set off to battle or stay back to hold down the fort, we dance in camaraderie.
Oh, this is just like using my overload.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, no. Hold here tonight. Dance! Dance!
As a matter of fact, it is exactly like doing my overload.
Oh, that's a little bit hot. I think the party's well in hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave them to that. The whole dancing thing is not really my thing.
You had very good dance moves, though. No 2 left paws. So, good job.
Yeah, I just don't like it when everyone's looking at me.
Understandable.
Which, kind of puts me in a weird position because we've only saved the world like 6 times and everyone looks at us everywhere we go.
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, things were calming down a little bit after the whole Cryptus thing. That was kind of nice, actually, that everyone was leaving us alone.
For a little bit. Well, if it's not one thing, it's another.
And can't help but be jealous that you're not involved in all this.
Well, good evening, Stokeholder.
Gathered here we are to remember. No. Makes it sound like a funeral pyre. Wayfinder.
They'll appreciate your message, whatever wording you settle on.
Your assurance is appreciated. Although, I wish the message were one I needn't deliver.
I understand.
Never gets easier. Although, truth be told, I wouldn't want it to. I've some prepared remarks. Keep them brief, I shall, lest the rumble of your stomachs drown out my words. But first, I shall offer the floor to our visitors. If you've your own words to air, please, come forth. I didn't come with a prepared speech, but as the leader of the Astral Ward and a vanguard of the Tyrian Alliance...
Huh. Now he's a vanguard? What happened to the triviality of Tyrian politics?
I'm sure the muse will strike.
Better question, where'd they all come from?
Right.
May seem marvels, born of worlds unknown. Let me assure you, they are nothing new. Past millennia watched the Titans rise to power, only to be buried by history's indifferent debris. Tomorrow, we shall damn them to that same insignificant fate. Will they appear again in a future distant from our own? Who knows? Instead, we must remember life's true constant. The struggle for survival. Incessant, ruthless, natural. It is that very force your tribe reveres that powers life. So fear not these crude beasts.
Oh my goodness, wrap it up.
No, fear repose. Fear a life so catatonic it makes risking death feel like living. I find it all rather freeing. Don't you?
For a minute there, I thought he had it. But then he kept talking.
Still not the worst pep talk he's given.
Our guest speech may seem disquieting, as is war, a thief of solace, and most cruelly, hope. Far too many of us know this firsthand. So I share with you a poem from moons long past. It has seen me to brighter shores. May it do you that same kindness. As we march toward peril's hearth, our kinfolk at our sides, each step, perhaps, could be our last, or first, toward kinder skies. Our spears will dawn, and fight till dawn, to guard the grounds we've stood, but won't have won till battle's done, and stays that way for good, and stays that way for good. That sentiment I find freeing. Until we see such times, we march, bear kin and allied friends, to guard our grounds against a foe most wicked. What they have in strength, they lack in respect for one another. We have both, and some damn good spears.
I mean, I can't argue with that.
Neither can I. I mean, I kind of made my own spear.
You did make your own spear. Again, don't try, show it off to anyone outside of me and maybe the wizards.
I'm pretty sure that everyone that we've been with has seen it so far.
I mean, fair enough.
Stoic's seen it, Pokey's seen it, Dagda's seen it, Wailing's seen it. Everyone's seen it.
Okay, good point.
That was a very compelling speech, Elder.
They always seem to come together at the last moment. Still, tomorrow comes too soon.
We've prepared, tested our plan of attack, celebrated the many reasons for living. It's time.
Suppose it is, Wayfinder. But for now, the eve is young, and the festivities beckon. I do advise you all to get a good night's rest. Tomorrow, we rise.
All right, I think he's actually got a point there.
It's a good point, too. I think we should get as much sleep as we can, because we're going to be going into war, I think.
Yeah, no kidding. So, we're going to be grabbing some rest, and as soon as we're done with this, we will be heading straight to Mount Balrior.
Go take on Ura and Greer and Decima.
I mean, there's a big possibility we might be facing all of them and killing all of them.
Well, one would hope.
I wonder if we might not be missing something before we leave.
Or someone's?
Maybe. Yeah, people are hiding up here.
A perfect spot. You'll never find us up here. Now, tell me more about them.
For starters, I'm thankful they still want anything to do with me. I've put them through enough for a lifetime.
Well, good to get your baggage out of the way early.
Aldiz doing the best he can, given the situation. He's opening up again. Slowly. Patience is the least I can give him. And I'm downright impressed with Pokey. He's been through so much. But instead of running, he faces things head on. I could learn from him. My legacy is running from things I need to face.
There's far more to your legacy than that. After his ascension, I became fast friends with Lear, a son of Deldrimor. He reminds me so much of you. His views on magic, the dualities of creation and destruction, and logic and emotion. I spoke of you often to him, shared your writings, and he eventually came to form the Bastion of Balance in your memory. It was then that I finally accepted that even though you were gone, your teachings would live on. Forgive me if I overshared with him. With you gone, I feared the worst. I guess it was a way to feel close to you again.
I abandon you, and you honor me. I don't deserve you.
But now you're here, and I am more whole for it, my dearest friend.
Oh,
I feel like we shouldn't have eavesdropped on that one.
probably not.
Iskarin's out here,
Is he?
just standing there.
Weird.
Very. Might sneak up on him later.
See what the old fuddy-duddy has to think.
Oh, it's Stoic Alder.
And Pokey.
Pokey, a moment. Oh, Ma's arrow. Thought she took it with her.
As did I. You know, one reason holding this feast was so important to me is that I couldn't give your Ma a proper send-off. I never even got the chance to tell her goodbye. And damned if I was going to let that happen again.
Pa,
Your Ma's intent was always to make you this arrow's keeper. She had wanted to wait till you were grown. And grown you have. From a cub adrift in daydreams to a warrior who's braved life's cruel realities far too soon. Wear this as a reminder that your Ma and I are forever at your heart. Soar, my arrow.
Now that's precious.
That's precious. Again, that's probably something we shouldn't have heard.
Probably not. But you know me. Always sticking my nose where it doesn't belong.
That probably got you swatted in the Farrar.
Actually, no. With the Ash Legion Farrar, they kind of praise that kind of thing.
Fair enough.
Iskarin.
Don't tell me you're afraid to dance, Iskarin.
Afraid? Huh. I just find no comfort in the senseless flailing of limbs.
I know. You need a partner.
I'll pass. I'm flattered. Truly. But I can partake from here while remaining still and dignified.
Oh, how rude of me. The Seers didn't have dancing, did they? It's just, I always thought you were the graceful sort.
Well, of course we had dancing. It's not like it's chronomancy. You just set your feet, sway your hips in time to the rhythm. I know what you're trying to do, and it won't work.
All right. You win. Honestly, I wish Mabon was here. Anise tells me he was the life of the party.
He was a patron of many festivities over the years. A shame you only knew him in his direst moments.
One dance, then? From Mabon?
Fine. I will humor your childish whims. And then you will leave me be.
There you go.
You laid it on thick.
Of course I did. Everyone is susceptible to guilt. Okay, well, with that being done, we're going to go ahead and make sure that we get our rest in.
Yeah.
Mount Balrior is going to take everything we've got. So, If you want to see what happens once we climb the mountain, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notified every time these videos come out.
And give us a big old thumbs up if you were just as shocked as us to hear about Ura's spawn and see them firsthand.
Or if you were shocked to see Asgaran dance.
That too.
Otherwise, don't forget to share this out with anyone you think might enjoy it. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. We'll see you next time for more Guild Wars 2, and until then, take care.
See you next time. Bye.